Hello.
Hello.
So, where in the Caribbean would you prefer to live?
I'd have to choose Cuba.
But Cuba is only a developing country. What makes you want to live there?
Well, the Caribbean suffers from a hurricane season. Some of the worst hurricanes test straight through the islands. Cuba has the best hurricane defence system, and therefore has the lowest hurricane death toll of the Caribbean.
What evidence is there to support that idea?
Cuba is still better prepared for hurricanes than the other Caribbean islands. When you look at the statistics, from 1996 to 2002, there were 6 hurricanes that hit Cuba. Despite it being the most densely populated island in the area, it only suffered 16 deaths. In 2004, when they experienced Hurricane Ivan and Charlie, only 4 people were killed.
So what kind of preparation is in place to protect people from the effects of hurricanes?
Cuba has a world-class meteorological institute with 15 officers on the island. They are able to issue an alert 72 hours before a storm hits. The alerts sent out through TV and radio, which are received by 98% of the population. They have public hurricane drills and hurricane awareness taught in schools. In the last hurricane, 1.5 million people were evacuated from flood-prone coastal areas. There were even buses to pre-arranged shelters that had medical personnel, food and water.
Well, what about the other Caribbean islands? How about Jamaica?
Jamaica also has a relatively good protection from hurricanes. The island's defence is controlled by the Jamaican Defence Force, who has strong ties to the Canadian military. During their last hurricane season, the Canadian Army sent 3 helicopters and 65 forces personnel at the request of the Jamaican government.
The UN classes Jamaica as a small island developing state. Does this have an impact on its human costs?
In 2004, Hurricane Ivan hit Jamaica and killed 14 people. It caused severe wind and flood damage to property, businesses and infrastructure, and has been classed as one of the worst hurricanes in Jamaican history. Several trees were brought down that made roads unusable. This may have been reduced if the country could afford high wind-proof buildings and structures.
What preparation does Jamaica have in case of hurricane?
They have community disaster officers and plans in its parish. There are trained Red Cross emergency helpers, well-equipped wardens and designated shelters. Practice drill events are held, but as they are voluntary, it requires some persuasion to make people attend.
So why would you not want to live in Haiti?
Haiti has serious political instability. In 2004, the elected president was forced from government. The new regime did not protect the basic survival needs of the Haitian population, meaning there were no hurricane defence plans.
Is that the only reason?
No, there's also extreme poverty, which has led to people having to cut down trees to make charcoal as a source of income. The lack of trees and topsoil meant that when Hurricane Jean hit, all the floodwater washed down to the inhabited low-lying areas.
What were the human costs?
3,000 people died, which is made even more shocking when you learn that the same hurricane only killed 20 people in the Dominican Republic. The floodwaters also destroyed infrastructure, property and farmland.
Thank you.
Thank you.